Hey, what's up, everybody? JP here again. Got another video coming out here today. Kind of a interesting topic. Some people find it a laughable topic. Big sensation on YouTube, and a lot of people are starting to fall into this theory that the Earth may be flat. And yeah, guys, I know here it is 2016, and we're still thinking the world is flat. After much science tells us that obviously the world is round and we are in the middle of a solar system. We revolve around the center, or the sun, which is in the center, and we are out in a galaxy, and we are part of a ever expanding universe, and it could even go so as far to say as there's an unlimited amount of universes in there. But yet some people have come back to the theory that the earth is flat, and they claim that they have significant proof of the earth being flat, which if you want to know more about that, you can Google it or look it up on YouTube. There are several different videos out there. It's becoming a pretty popular idea here these days, especially on YouTube and followers of YouTube. If you want to learn about this, guys, just look up flat Earth, and different models will come up. And the interesting thing is with this, guys, because when I first seen it, I thought to myself, hey, this is kind of goofy, but let's see what they got to say. Why do they think the Earth is flat? So I gave them the benefit of the doubt, and the more I watched the videos, guys, the more I found logic in their thinking. And I'm not saying that they've come up with irrefutable proof that everything we've ever been told is wrong. And I'm just saying that, some of the evidence that they have, or some of the things they show you, could work just as easily or just as well as the globe model. So then I got to thinking as to why, after all these years, have we been told it's a globe? Would they be lying to us? And I kind of came up with a little scenario in my head that kind of plays out like this. Um, a lot of people have different religious beliefs and everything, and of course, I have my own, and I really don't want to get into that topic with anybody because that's usually a very sensitive subject. So we'll just leave it at that. However, based on your religious beliefs, you know, almost every religion, from my understanding, basically follows the same pattern of events. You're born, you live to serve your God of your understanding, and you die. And once you die, you move on to your eternal bliss or your afterlife, whatever your particular religion may believe, to live under the kingdom of your God of your belief, and live eternal life and pure bliss and pure happiness, having anything you could ever imagine, never wanting or needing for anything, with eternal love and happiness. Okay, so science comes along and proves that 90% of what we're told in our religion isn't necessarily true. So we could look at this two ways, guys. We could believe that we were finally being woke up and we're finally evolving with our technology and becoming more aware and with our surroundings. Or you could almost kind of look at it another way. And this is maybe a way that I may or may not believe in, which is, what if our scientists and our, back when this started, there was kings, queens, the Vatican, what if some of these higher ups got together and said, hey, we see the power that the religious people are pulling behind them and the money and contributions they make. So what if we create a new religion? And we're going to call this religion science. And we are going to put out our own theories and our own evidence, which proves that half the religions aren't even true. So they start doing this and they see that people start following them and it's working and it's doing good. So then we get to United States of America and the government behind it. They start funding scientists and funding their own projects, and they come up with NASA. So the government sees, hey, these guys really started following the science thing. Why don't we take it a step further? Why don't we go to the moon? Why don't we send satellites out there and take images and send them back, take pictures of the Earth? We'll prove to them that it's a globe. We'll prove a lot of things. The problem with this, guys, is do me a favor one time. Google authentic images of Earth from NASA, and you will come up with pictures you wouldn't even fucking think would. I mean, straight out cartoons, guys. I mean, it's clearly CGI. You hear all these different things. One Earth will have the same clouds as 4 other different pictures, and we know for a fact, guys, the clouds don't sit still. They're constantly evolving and changing and blowing around. Another thing is, you'll look at a picture of Earth, and it'll show these vast oceans with a tiny little speck of North America, and then you will see the same picture that looks like it was shot from the same distance, where North America takes up almost half of the ball, and you can't even really see any oceans or South America or anything of that nature. It's totally disproportionate. So, and guys, they're telling us that these are authentic images. So what are we to really believe? The moon landing. I've always kind of thought, maybe they actually did go to the moon. Is the video footage that they showed us the absolute truth? Guys, I don't think so. I think maybe they didn't show us the actual footage because maybe it wasn't the way they said it was, or maybe there was something there. Regardless of the fact, I don't think that they showed us the actual footage. I think the footage they released to the population was nothing more than a Hollywood set and screen. So, given that, we'll kind of get back to why they would do this. And I kind of think that if they had it in mind that if they could prove that religion was not real, then people would look to them and wonder, where do we go from here? What do we do? They're the ones that's given us all the answers so far. So who else will we turn to for the answers of why we're here? What are we supposed to do while we're here? And they've created this scenario where the everyday person just thinks there's no reason for being here. You're just like a machine that gets powered on at birth, and you just run until you run out of batteries, and that's just, you shut off. And several people think this, guys, and maybe that is true, but maybe it's not. And maybe the reason they're telling us all these things is so you don't want to put any of your heart or devotion into anything other than just being a mindless drone, going around working and paying your taxes and, not putting any effort into your religion, or, they don't want you wasting that time. They don't want you to worship anything but them. They are trying to turn themselves into God. In my opinion, that's what this new science thing is, a religion in which the higher-ups and the scientists and the government that funds them are the gods. So that's a perfectly logical explanation why they would want to do this. But in the Bible, at the same time, at least in the Bible, I'm not sure about other religious teachings, but I'm sure they as well warn of false prophets trying to deceive you to worship them. So this could clearly be the case, guys. And I don't really want to get into religion. I have my own beliefs. Everyone has their own beliefs. I don't think anyone's right and anyone's wrong. What you feel in your heart, if you believe what you feel in your heart, I think you're doing the right thing and you're at least on the right track. So I have a little, very bit of evidence as to whether the earth could be flat or round. And I'm not even going to give my opinion on it. I want you to look at the video and make a judgment call for yourself. Okay, so the clip you just seen was a short video that I took of the first time ever flying in a plane, and it was the last time that I flew in a plane. The plane went out of BWI in Baltimore, Maryland, and landed in, I believe, San Antonio, Texas. And if you can look at this video, guys, you can kind of see the sky, but mostly the ground, because as most people, the first time I ever got to take a ride on a plane, I was extremely excited. I was totally mesmerized about how far away from the ground we were, and it never really even crossed my mind to look up. However, I will throw in another clip that I took on the way back, I believe. I made another short clip, and this time, I didn't film directly into the sun, obviously, because it was too bright, but I tended to bring the camera up a little more and give you a clearer shot on a clearer, less cloudy day of the horizon line and what it truly appears to look like. So, let me go ahead and play that for you guys right now. So what did you think, guys? Did the horizon line appear straight to you, or did it appear to have an obvious curve? This is the highest I've ever been up. This is the highest position I've ever seen with my own two eyes, and this is the only footage that I've actually made by myself and know it's 100% authentic. So all these videos I see out here are about whether Earth is flat or whether it is a ball. I have yet to see any type of footage that anybody's produced from the window of a plane to show their true perspective flying in a plane. I have seen a few videos of balloons being sent up until they pop, but the problem with that, guys, is usually a balloon either bobs or bounces, and you know, 1 minute it looks concave, the next minute it looks convex. So you can't really get a clear image, and because of that, you can't just assume, oh, well, because it goes both ways, that obviously it's flat. So being as high as I am in these videos you just seen, kind of gives a idea of a straight horizon line. And just let me know in the description or in the comments below, guys, what you think. I'm curious to know. If you want to hear some more about this topic, drop a like on the video, leave a comment. I'll do some more studies, and I'll produce some more videos about the flat earth and what I do think in the research that I can find. Until the next video, guys, I think that's about all I have. So stay safe and have a good one. We'll see you next time.